Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen my face before, my name's Aleesha and this is the first guest on the channel.
Hi guys, my name is Emmanuel and I'm 19.
So today's video is going to be on how to make the most out of your gap year. So I'm just going to be having a conversation with Emmanuel about things that he did in his gap year, because honestly he's a sick person and he did some sick stuff. I guess everyone wants to know, what did you actually do in your gap year? Because you've done like some pretty amazing stuff. Let's to start off with debate, mate.
They're a charity that teaches students how to debate, or teaches students confidence through debating. And I started it with them as a student in like year 8. I participated a lot in the debate mate stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically like after school clubs, which Aleesha is like a mentor for, literally just arguing. I love to argue, so that was kind of cool. Fast forward, what's that, like 5 years? I've just built a sort of rapport with them. I'd also done some work experience with them in year 10. Cultivated some sort of connections that I could then use them. And they kind of offered it to me. They was like, oh, you know, if you come to work for debate mate on a gap year, it'd be really cool. You'd earn money.
Oh, so they suggested the idea to you.
The CEO, Margaret, was just like, oh, she actually just called me one day. It was really weird. I think I was watching a game and then she called me and she was like, oh, do you want to come to the bio next year? And I was like, what? Because obviously this is like during the time of like me doing the exams and whatnot. Like I wasn't really thinking about a gap year at all actually. Yeah. And then she offered that to me.
And this is exactly why I wanted to bring you on as well into a video, because you've actually done some pretty cool stuff in your debate year, in your gap year.
For example, in the 6 months that I did with debate mate.
And you was a program director, so don't forget to say that.
6 months as a program director for debate mate. One of the things I did was hosting like a launch event, which is crazy because I was on stage in front of like, I think like 300 people. Dubai, which I keep talking about. I was in Dubai. How long was I in Dubai for? Maybe like 5 days.
I wish I got to go. That looks so fun.
It was really, really fun, and I didn't pay a penny. I've got to go to like loads of different universities, like through debate mate. I've been to a few schools to like do assemblies. I've done loads of cool stuff.
That's cool. Yeah. So you're already inspiring like younger people.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was important to me because it would have been cool if someone came into my school and done it. Someone that looked like me.
And especially like from our backgrounds as well, when there's such like a negative perception around gap years. But really and truly, like you took a gap year to better yourself.
Exactly. I look kind of more fetching than loads of people that just went straight into university.
Yeah, 100%. Then after that,
so 6 months, September to March, I did debate mate. No, September to February, I did debate mate, And then March till now, which is going to be until August, I'm with another company called Quiet Soul, which is a creative advertising agency, which is also really cool and something again. Thank you. I shot ads, like it's been really cool, but like, for example, I've thought of a concept of an ad, because that's my job to do that. But then I've actually seen the ad get shot.
It's cool because it's like you're going into university with already having loads of experience on your CV.
Exactly.
So do you not feel that like after doing all these things, like you're just more motivated to continue doing more things instead of university?
There's a certain edge that university gives you that you can't really get anywhere else, which I think is an important thing to consider.
Just a back end of having a degree.
Exactly. Exactly. The fact that I've got a degree, when I walk into somewhere and I say I've got a degree, it's not only just a degree I've got. Exactly. You're taking a bit more seriously. You're seeing that, okay, this person can learn and be independent and have also lived by themselves for like 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you said there, like it's not just about the education of it. It's about, just growing up
the
as well.
Experience as well.
Exactly.
You want to just tell us like why you chose to take a gap year?
There's a few things you should consider when taking a gap year. I think one of them is you shouldn't be afraid to say you want to break from education. Primary school, secondary school, and sixth form, that's like 13 years of your life. There's no real reason for you to rush into doing another like 3 to 4. It's a massive investment. It's easy to get burnt out. So one thing was I was kind of tired of education, and it was like after COVID years and whatnot.
Because there's a whole like negative stereotype around taking gap years, especially if you're from like an ethnic household. What was your family's sort of reaction?
Like no one was trying to have it. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. You grow up and it goes sixth form, university. There isn't any gap year. Like they don't even know what gap year is half the time. Navigating that was kind of difficult. You kind of had to prove that the gap year is what you want. The way to do that is by being proactive, saying, look, this is what you're going to be doing.
Exactly.
It's not money you're going to be making, and also show them that you're actually taking a gap year, which means getting your university place and deferring it. That's a lot of things that people don't really know to do.
Like the perception that a lot of us have around gap years is that, you're just like sort of traveling and enjoying life, and that you don't actually have an offer there, whereas you actually have an offer.
So I've got an offer to University of Nottingham to study computer science.
Is it a thing where you wait after results day to decide to defer, or did you know you were going to do that before?
I don't think I knew. Like, I'd already got my Nottingham place. So I'd had my place confirmed, which means that was after your results day. And then I told Nottingham, oh, by the way, move my entry date a year later, essentially. And that's all they do.
That's a good way to do it as well.
I'd do that. Because again, you want some security, because what if I turn around and was like, oh, no, I still want to go.
Yeah, because do you feel like you would actually want to go to university like after having your gap year if you didn't have an offer there?
What if I didn't have an offer
there?
there?
Do you feel like it's an incentive?
It'd be harder to want to do it, and I'd have to like, you know, reapply. It's the uncertainty.
Yeah, it'd be quite competitive actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. So I guess like some people watching this might be thinking like, oh, like I want to take a gap year and do these cool things. So obviously you've got debate mate because, you know, you built up a relationship with the company, so it's definitely important to build a relationship with a company. But how did you get through with Quiet Storm?
Funnily enough, it was someone through debate mate that got me to Quiet Storm. But that is just to say
it's really the power of networking.
Exactly, it's the power of networking, literally. Because I promise you, like, without trying to sound like a brag, like I didn't ask these people for a gap year, they sort of offered it to me. And I think you do that by like going into rooms and looking like you want to be there, do you know what I mean? Looking really proactive, trying to ask questions, trying to actually just be a bit cheeky, but it's not really cheeky, just be confident and be like, oh, so what about like an internship? How do you feel about that? If I came over and shadowed for a week, for a month. And
it's good because I feel like sometimes, and I don't know if this is just in the UK, but it's like you're almost like scared or like feeling apologetic to ask companies for work experience.
It's literally a UK thing.
Yeah, it's a UK thing because in America, I'm sure they're not. They don't care. They'll kick down doors to get where they need to go.
It is important that if you're in sixth form watching this, or if you're in year 9 watching this, like at any year, at any age, you can still be going to look for these companies or these networking things, you know, these connections to make, so that you can find something to do with it. Because it's not like debate. Quiet Storm, for example, have a gap year program. They don't need one. You kind of have to force them to want one.
That's true. And we were talking about that the other day because a lot of jobs these days are not advertised.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about networking. Exactly. It's so true.
Just have to get yourself in that building.
And I think as well, it's about knowing, and I kind of mentioned this in another video, but it's kind of knowing what you bring to the table as well.
Exactly.
Because I feel like with Quiet Storm, like you bring that sort of edge, that diversity to the thing. Because when I watched the advert, like you can see like how you've played a big impact
exactly. So believe in your source / the edge that you bring.
Believe in your source.
Loads of these companies actually kind of need, you know, a young person's perspective,
they need it. They need
diversity,
diverse,
or just like a different way of looking at things.
Yeah, even nowadays, like all these internship programs, these big companies, they're trying to actually have set programs for people from certain backgrounds.
If they're investing in programs like that, it's because they need them.
I'm actually going to do a whole other video as well. On networking and like how to use LinkedIn and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen Aleesha's LinkedIn is way better than mine. So
you need to upgrade yours actually.
Man.
It doesn't do you justice at all. You know. Going back to debate mate as well, I think sometimes, maybe if anyone is considering taking a gap year who's watching this, that it's not always about having like a big company on your CV.
At all.
Because actually, and I was talking to another colleague of ours, Liana, about this, at small companies, like even if you're just a gap year student or an intern, you'll get so much more responsibility than if you're at a big company. Definitely. Like he interviewed me, like you wouldn't get to do that if it was a big company.
Yeah, for sure.
You wouldn't get that level of responsibility.
Yeah, and a level of like autonomy as well. The tasks that you're doing on the job are kind of more important than the company you did it with. Because if you had a Google internship but you were just handing coffees around, that's not as cool as like going to debate me and being a program manager.
What have you actually gained from the experience?
Exactly. What can you take out of that experience and put into an interview, and someone actually goes, oh snap, I didn't know you did that at the age of 18.
Do you have any regrets then?
Money. Like it's weird because I never had a job before, so the first like pay that I got was like a massive amount at one point,
right?
And obviously it was just hard to like sort of manage
and budgeting.
Exactly, budgeting. So I definitely consider like if you're going to do a gap year, the same way you'd budget for uni, which obviously I would do going into uni. I didn't think, cool, of course as a gap year I'm gonna need to do that.
But don't be too tough on yourself. We're all learning that, because I made a whole budget spreadsheet which I'll probably do a video on, but then it's like, do you actually stick to it?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Discipline as well. For sure. But it is a give and take sort of balance thing. Like it's not like you have to be very, very strict on yourself, but therefore have something in place, something to fall back on, to be like, oh my gosh, I don't know where my money's going. Fall back on the budgeting thing and be like, oh, can I have to do that? But if
there's any parents watching this right now, any ethnic parents who are thinking, oh, gap years are horrible, like,
listen,
what would you say?
If you feel like your child is gonna be like not gonna want to go to university if they're taking a gap year, make them defer their place instead of just having to apply, because having to apply is a boundary you're gonna have to jump over.
I think the thing with parents is like, they would only accept you taking a gap year if you told them like what you're planning.
Exactly.
If you have a plan,
Exactly.
say like, during my
That's
gap year I'm going to do this,
the
this and this.
Yeah.
Like, did your parents know that in your gap year you're going to be working in the debate mate before?
That's the only way I get them to do it, because
if you
at the end of the
just
day,
tell them, I'm going to have a gap year, they think, it's just a year, you're stacking off.
I'm going to do a whole other video on this, but everything didn't go to plan. Like, I got rejected from a few universities.
Which happens.
And yeah, it happens. And if I was like, if I don't get into LSE, I'm going to take a gap year. Because I feel like sometimes it's better to do that, especially if you've got stuff planned for your gap year, than going to university and being stuck in a place that you're not going to enjoy. Because like you said as well, it's not just about the degree at the end of the day. You're actually going to spend 3 years at the university
it's a big investment to stay there.
It's a massive investment. It's expensive. It's really not cheap
at all.
Do you ever have days where you're just like, let me just like play video games for the entire gap year or something?
What? No, because I can't afford to. They just fire me. Do you know what I mean? Like, my gap year isn't like a. Especially what I'm saying. Like, it's not
because
like a
it's not
scheme.
finance.
Exactly.
It's not like.
It's like this is. I'm earning money to do a job. Do you know what I mean? Like same way anywhere you are, like you have to do the work. So again, it's all about balance. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that every day 9 to 5, even if I'm working from home, I'm doing it straight. You know, thinking about ads, because you have to think about it. Hey, listen, soft life is really important. Like you can't be killing yourself. Like, at any point.
How do you think like you've grown since you're in a gap year?
Good.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I have grown like immensely in my confidence. I genuinely think I'm so employable nowadays. And in sixth form, it's so easy to feel like you're not employable. But out of this gap year, I promise you, I had the confidence to go head to head with loads of people in an interview. I can look at like 10 people in the room and be like, nah, I'm gonna get this job. You're gonna be one of the youngest people in your company, and you're gonna be expected to keep up, you know, the standards.
It's nice to have that confidence as well when you're, you know, from a disadvantaged background.
For sure.
Because it's people that are from wealthy backgrounds that have that confidence when they enter the interview room.
Exactly. Employer can smell that confidence.
I guess to just like explain that a bit further, do you want to say a little bit about like your, like what the type of student you were? Like what we were just talking about. Like,
and I started off as a student who wasn't the best in terms of communication. I wasn't very articulate. I used to get in trouble in school a lot. Started debating mate, all of a sudden my argument got a lot better, so I was given more respect, but also I knew when to not argue, when it's actually just not my place to argue.
I wasn't always, you know, a top academic, head down in my books sort of student. It's really good to be that sort of student, but I just wasn't at the time, like growing up. To give you some context, I was getting excluded all the time, doing it because I was really, really passionate about, for example, my opinion sort of thing. So I think that passion is something you hold on to, but then learning where to put that passion into.
Learning how to channel it.
Exactly.
And that's what I feel like we did with Debate Mate as well.
Exactly.
No, but it's good though, because I do really want to bring more people like yourself, like Emmanuel, onto the channel as well. You really No, because I feel like sometimes, because like my younger brother is exactly like that too, like he's extremely clever, but sometimes he doesn't have that focus.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes I feel like I might come across as a little bit unrelatable because I am that nerd that had their head like down in the books like the majority of the time.
If I'm a year 13 student who's got an offer to Cambridge, but they're really tired of education, what reasons would they have to do a gap year?
If you've got an offer in Cambridge, but you're tired of your education, then you're tired of education. Like
you'll actually go there and you'll just drop out.
Exactly. And you don't want to put yourself in that position. So get on the phone to them and literally be like, okay, what do I do? If you can defer that year, Like,
at least find out.
Exactly. At least find out. Have something.
The worst thing to say is no.
Exactly. The worst thing they could do is say no. If you go there, you, I suppose, put stuff in place to make sure that you're less tired of education. I can't say this, unequivocally because I haven't been to uni, but I'm pretty sure it's not like a 9 to 3 system, 5 days a week. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you can space it out, or like take time here and then like
it's like your education is in your own hands when you go to university. So it's completely different to sixth form. That's pretty much it. Do you have any like last words or anything?
So don't fake an overconfidence, but just fake a sort of stability. Exactly, but a stability in yourself that you believe in what you bring to the table.
Good words of wisdom. Thank you so much. Please give it a massive thumbs up. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I've been dropping little promotion throughout the video saying what's coming, but honestly there's some great stuff coming out, so definitely subscribe.
Sweet.
Yeah, cool.